And Coach, you knew you had your hands full with this opponent and this ring, and that you said you had to stay out of the penalty box and keep it 5-on-5, and felt like tonight was hard to do that.
Yeah, we were chasing the game pretty much, the whole night and chasing them around. And when that happens, Tim, there's hooking, there's holding, there's tripping. Those things happen. I haven't looked close at the box score just yet, but obviously we were in the penalty box a lot, and that includes 4-on-3s and 5-on-3s and so on. And just not the game plan we were hoping for, and not the game plan on paper that we had put together. But our guys kept fighting. I guess I think we could have gone away and stopped fighting, and we didn't. We kept playing. We could not find a way to score a goal. I mean, we had a 5-on-3 at the end of the second period where we have good opportunities and weren't able to score. Obviously 3-1, 3-2 going into the third period. It's a different game. We weren't able to find the back of the net on the power play. Full marks to them. Full marks to their goaltender. They're a really good team. And what I like from a program building standpoint is that's the bar. Last year we finished our season with North Dakota, which was the bar. This year Denver's the bar, and we need people that can help us win those hockey games.
Maybe not the best stat line compared to what he's done this year as far as Pearson, but had some big saves, kept you in it early. And maybe just looking at the season as a whole, went over 1,000 saves, ended up setting the program record this year, and pressed into service in a lot of games with Neaton went down, and what you saw from him just kind of over the entire season. Yeah,
gutsy effort. I think basically the way I look at his season is he played better than his numbers indicate. His numbers aren't what he wants them to be, less than 90 save percentage and so on, or right around, probably 89. I think at the end of the day, and winning and losing, his record isn't what he wants it to be, and goals against is not what he wants it to be, but he played better than that. His numbers don't indicate the effort. His numbers don't indicate the fight. That kid is a fighter, and he, he didn't quit on it. Obviously that, there was some weekends the second half of the year where we would have taken him out. We would have given him a rest, and we weren't able to do that. And it's a tribute to him, man. He's a heck of a kid. He's a heck of a goaltender. It's our responsibility to get him some help in the net, and it's our responsibility to defend better for him as we move forward. But I think the bottom line where Ludwig's concerned is he played better than the numbers indicate.
As you said, offense hard to come by tonight. You did get the goal in the third period, and maybe fitting that it came from Derek Daschke, named a senior scholar athlete finalist this week, and going to leave as the top 8, I think, points by defenseman in a career with 85, and just kind of what he and the rest of the seniors have provided.
Well, I mean, unbelievable career, 85 points for Derek. He's an offensive guy. I mean, you cannot have a team in this league led in points by defensemen, and I think for the 3 years I've been here, if he hasn't led the team, he's been real close to the top of the team. That's something that's a tribute to him for sure. It shows a need for more offense from the forwards. But the senior class have been through a lot. We've talked about this a bunch. They're all going to walk away with a degree. They all been through coaching changes and so on. I don't think Miami was turned out to be what they signed up for 4 years ago, but we're proud of them, and they're part of this family moving forward forever.
And kind of spinning it forward, going into the off season, looking to be back at this point next year and trying to advance the Frozen Faceoff. What is the maybe single biggest takeaway, or the one thing that you're hoping to see from your team in the months moving ahead?
Well, we're gonna push this group outside their comfort zone when it comes to spring training and into the summer. We're going to add probably 10 freshmen next year, or 10 first-year guys to our program. And that means the internal competition is going to be harder. We weren't able to stay healthy at all this year, Tim, when we were talking about it tonight before the game. There's 6 guys not in the lineup tonight that were part of a plan going into this season, all scholarship players. That includes people leaving the program, people injured, so on and so forth. And hopefully next year's plan can be executed a little bit better. This year's plan did not get executed great. We're going to need people to play better. We play in a league that's extremely difficult, but our non-conference this year wasn't wasn't acceptable, wasn't good enough. I take full responsibility, but I do think the last 6 or 7 weeks, we've showed some really good fight and we showed some signs of taking a little bit of a step. So we've got to get healthy. We've got to get people playing better, and that's going to start here in a couple of weeks as we start to prepare for the 22-23 season. But what we need, to answer your question, I'm sorry for the long-winded answer, but what we need is we need a bunch of kids that say no more eighth place, no more first round playoff out. And it's going to take the players, man. We can say what we want to say, but it's going to take a group of kids who're going to hold themselves and each other accountable so these things can stop happening.